Hello everyone, and welcome to the garage where I will be flashing XHP Stage 3 to my M240i. Now this will be interesting because I am currently on stock tune. The only performance mods I've done are the VR performance intake, which you can see right over here, and I have the active auto work high flow catted downpipe. But before I flash, I had the car hooked up to a trickle charger for a few hours, and I drove it around just to be super safe, so now I should be all good to flash. Now, I paid $80 on Amazon for the X-Beamer Enet Wi-Fi adapter. It is not MHD branded or Keys Motorsports branded, but I believe it's the same adapter, just off of Amazon, and it should work for everything from coding to BeamerLink to MHD, XHP, boot mode, all the above. All right, so now that we have the adapter out of its box, if you flip it over, it should show you the default password, which is 123456778. So now go ahead and plug it into your OBD2 port all the way down in the corner. There we go. Is it in? That's in. So go into your phone's settings, Wi-Fi, and you can connect to the Enet Wi-Fi adapter. And I've already done it, so when you do it for the first time, it will prompt you to put in a password, and that is just the password that is on the back of it. So opening XHP, it should pull up the car and then click connect. 8-speed, searching for the adapter, connecting. All right, and from here you can access everything that you need to know about the car. So from there you want to go into the flash button down in the corner and then click flash. Now I chose stage 3. But before I flashed it, I entered a few custom settings. So in here, I chose a few different options. So takeoff and second gear as standard. I have that only in drive mode. And I have the gear display on, so that shows what gear you're in the gauge cluster, whether you are in manual or automatic. I have throttle emblips on, and I have them bumped up 25% over stock. And I believe I have the stop-go option turned on, which automatically keeps you in second gear in stop-start traffic, which makes it smoother. So once you've chosen those flash settings, you can go click whatever stage you want and click the lightning button. And then you want to click apply custom flash settings, latest version. And then it tells you what to do: activate flight mode, keep your seatbelt on, don't turn off the ignition, and all the good stuff. I've already flashed it. It took me about 2.5–3 minutes the very first time, but because I've already done it, I'm gonna abort, and that's how you flash XHP. Bro, listen to these downshifts with XHP. Dude, this is absolutely wild. Listen to the downshifts in comfort. I can hear the turbo spool down now. Oh my God. Oh my God, those shifts. All right, so I have done about 100 miles or so after the XHP Stage 3 flash, and I have a lot of thoughts on this. I spent about an hour in stop-and-go traffic this morning with XHP, and I can tell you with complete confidence that in traffic, it is so much smoother. It's unbelievable, actually. It feels like a whole new car. So I currently have the start off in second gear and the second gear stop-go option checked off, so it pretty much hung out in second gear in the traffic. Now that eliminated any of the 1-2, 2-1, 1-2, shifting back and forth. That is super obnoxious. So traffic is absolutely way better. So one other thing I've noticed in comfort mode is that it actually revs out a lot more than it used to before. Before XHP, what it would do is it would pretty much upshift as soon as possible, and you would end up at about 1,000 RPMs or less, and you would bog the engine when you're trying to accelerate. Now that is completely gone. So it revs out a little more, and instead of shifting you down to about 1,000, it shifts you to like 12 or 1,300. So you still actually have enough torque to continue to accelerate. And overall, the power delivery feels much more linear than before. So another one of the biggest differences that I've noticed with XHP is that coming to a stop, before XHP, each time it would go down a gear, like right now it's gonna go down to 6, and then 5th, and then 4th. That would lurch me forward every single time it would change gears, and that was super obnoxious. Now that is completely gone. Now it is just completely seamless between gears when you're decelerating, and you don't even really feel anything happening, which in that case is what I want. Before, any time that I would take my foot off the throttle or put it back on, I could feel the transmission actually engage, but that feeling is completely gone with XHP. So moving on to the sportier side of driving, if I stay in comfort and kick it over to manual mode. Now on stock transmission tune, if you were in manual mode, it would actually still bang out shifts pretty quickly, but particularly in comfort now, it's really, really slow. It is smooth, which I guess is the point of comfort, but like that is very sluggish shifting. But granted, comfort mode is for comfort, and that's what it's doing. I guess that's an improvement if that's what you're going for. If you want faster shifting, you will have to bump it up to sport. Now in sport mode, the shifting is definitely way faster than it is in comfort, but it's actually still not quite as fast as it was on the stock tune, which is a little strange to me, honestly. I thought in sport mode it would give you, quicker shifts. It is quicker compared to comfort, but compared to the stock tune, I don't think it's quicker. I mean, maybe that's just all in my head because it's smoother than before, so maybe it is shifting quicker, but I don't notice it because it's smooth, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how that works, but all I know is that once you go crazy and bump it up into Sport Plus is when things get really wild. Into Sport Plus, the downshifts are very quick. Now, as you could tell there, the downshift blips are definitely working. They sound way more aggressive than before. I can open the windows and let you get some better audio clips of that. Now, there's definitely some pretty good kick on the upshifts, but it's really not too harsh. I wouldn't say it's that much harsher than stock, but what is harsher than stock, in a kind of a good way, is those downshifts. My God, those upshifts are so good. My favorite thing about this is the downshifts. They are absolutely unreal. They are so much faster than before. God, in the blips, I only have it on 25%, but it really is crazy. I'm back in comfort to avoid the pops going by pedestrians, but even in comfort, my God, the downshifts just sound absolutely savage compared to before. But again, those upshifts are so slow, and it's so strange having downshifts that are so much faster than upshifts in comfort. God, but they sound so good. That is so weird. It shifts like a slug in comfort. Back to Sport Plus, that's the good stuff here. God, those sound so good. Those upshifts are unbelievably fast. Now, don't get me wrong, the stock tune still felt really good on upshifts. Like, I had no problem with the upshifts on the stock tune. But there was still a very small delay. That delay is cut in half, if not more. That delay is almost gone. My God. Now that 3-2 downshift is a little harsh. I might bump down the blip aggressiveness from 25 to 20%. I'm sure it'll still sound so good though. Overall, I would absolutely recommend XHP, even if it's on a completely stock tuned car. It is a complete game changer. Upshifts are instant. I don't want to say dual clutch because I've never driven a really good modern dual clutch. I've driven an E92 M3 with a dual clutch, but that's obviously not up to par with modern stuff really. But as far as I can tell, like this has got to be close. Now, one thing that I have found very odd with this XHP tune is that the number of pops, particularly at low RPMs and a little bit at high RPMs, it's been reduced, and I don't entirely know why. Like, those pops, they're obviously still there. See, they're just not, they're not as much as they used to be, which is fine by me because I actually did want to turn the burbles down, particularly at low RPMs when I did get a tune. But I just found that to be a kind of strange side effect, that the burbles are actually slightly less than before. Like right now, I'm at 2000 RPM in Sport Plus. There's like no burbles. There used to be tons of burbles there before. I actually wanted that, so that's completely fine by me. But for those people that are psychos and they like crazy burbles all the time, if you're not tuned and you can't turn those up or down, that is going to be something that you'll have to consider. Alright, so to answer the question in the title of this video, is XHP worth it on an otherwise stock tuned car? Absolutely, I would recommend it. It is way more comfortable in comfort, and it is way faster in Sport Plus. So overall, absolutely would recommend. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.